get used to the speed and physicality, but I think I'm finding the things that work pretty much, and just getting into my role, what this team needs from me.
Right. A game like this where kind of the rotation's deeper and more guys are playing, is this more like a practice for you guys as opposed to the game where you're maybe going about 7 or 8 deep?
Say it again.
Is this more like a practice, a game like this where you're playing with this many different teammates in a game?
I'm not like. Is the game a practice? Like just
No.
because a lot of guys are playing.
Yeah.
Um.
The combinations, you have a lot more combinations in a game where you guys are comfortable you had than,
Okay.
say, the last game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we got to play a lot. We got to play, just about everybody tonight. So, we got to see some different looks out there on the floor. But no, like, we try to treat everybody the same. Murray State, Wichita State, Kentucky State, Kentucky Wesleyan. Now we try to, approach every game the same. Obviously, it's human nature, but we all try to keep the same mindset heading into each game.
Jalen Jackson coming in today, how do you guys feel like he played, and how much more do you feel like he's going to be starting coming in?
I mean, obviously, he hasn't practiced in, a little over 2 months, but he looks good. He's been able to put in the work, what he's been able to do, obviously, from a physical standpoint. He had surgery, but, the way he plays, the chip that he plays with on his shoulder, like, it's contagious. Like, I love playing with that dude. Like, I couldn't wait, for him to check in a game, and I couldn't wait to play with him. Like, that's a guy that he's a competitor, a dog. Like, we all love playing with him.
Brandon, you talked about defense trying to limit to the team 25 points and a half. What do you feel like the team can improve on? Is it player-to-player, transition defense? What on the defensive side of the ball could be a stepping stone as you guys head into this one?
All around, from transition to half court to defensive rebounding to boxing out. Like, we got some work to do.
Obviously, against Wichita State, you all had that 0 for 21 for 3 game, which is uncharacteristic of you all. But still slowly creeping through the Murray game. You guys were pretty much on fire. Now you come back out tonight and you were shooting 29% from the three-point line. It kind of seems like there's nights that you guys are going to be able to turn it on and nights that you're going to struggle. Is that addressed to you all by Coach Lutz at halftime or during a timeout where it's, hey, you guys are locked in, let's take more threes, or hey, they're just not falling, let's move it in close, because you had 44 points in the paint tonight. So that kind of seemed like where most of your offense was heating up. You all came out with a lot of energy. Is that ever addressed to you all in terms of like where the points are coming from? So let's get back there.
Well, Coach Lutz always talks about playing in and out. Like, he wants us to get to the rim, like, get points in the paint rather than just stand around and shoot threes all night. So, I mean, we shot 31 threes tonight. That's too many. I mean, if we're not hitting, that's too many. But, yeah, he mainly focused on telling us to play inside out, so getting to the rim, and then nights we don't. So.
Teagan, through 4 games, you've had 2 games where you've had kind of extended minutes, Kentucky Wesleyan in this one, 2 where you had pretty short minutes. Are you still thinking that you're defining your role within this rotation or working your way into it?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like I'm working the trust of the coaches to put me in the spots that they need to put me in, but just staying ready. And whenever they need me, I can go in and give 100% and not be pouty about how many minutes I get this game compared to this game.
How would both of you guys assess your defensive effort tonight?
Inconsistent, I would say. We had good stretches, we had bad stretches. It kind of showed a little bit more in the first half than it did in the second. We were able to pick it up to start the second half, but inconsistent.
Yeah, I would agree. And I mean, to start the game, we weren't locked in defensively, like, at all. I mean, they made, I don't even know how many threes within the first 5 minutes of the game. So we weren't locked in to start.
All set? All right, thanks, guys.
Yep, thanks.